Well, this is also a video I had not been expecting to make. I recently found out some kind of sad news. I had gone and booted Twitter up one morning before I had gone and done my, daily things. One thing, though, stuck out to me the most. It was this message from Little Big Planet 3. After 10 years of playing, creating, and sharing content in Little Big Planet 3, the game and our entire range of LBP DLC will be removed from the PlayStation Store on October 31st, 2014. Now, originally, it had occurred to me that, I thought they were losing the license. But then I read a little bit more on it, and Sony's putting the final nail in the coffin. They are done with this franchise. They want to leave this behind, and they want to phase out their old mascot, Sackboy. For if you haven't been living under a rock, you'd know that they're phasing Sackboy out for Astrobot, which, it's kind of sad. Throughout the 2010s, their biggest mascot was Sackboy, and now you don't see him anymore, maybe in a little bit of promotional art, but that's about it. And I don't know if I mentioned this in my last video about Little Big Planet a few months back, but Sony, keep in mind, is a multi-billion-dollar company, and they have enough money that would even hurt them to put more security on the Little Big Planet 3 servers and give it updates and protect, it was the security updates to keep hackers and all sorts of things happening. Because they have a fan base. Little Big Planet still has a fan base. If you go on Twitter and search up Little Big Planet, you find people, giving out their final, goodbyes for this franchise. And it's sad that Sony has the ability to, save this game, and they don't want to. Hell, they spent almost a whole bunch of money on Concord, and that shit died within about a month. Maybe not even that, I think 2 weeks. And my thing is, what about the people that still want to buy the game for the story mode? I know that sounds really kind of crazy, but there are people that enjoy, the game's story. And my thing is, how are they going to get it? The only way you can get these games now are on disc. And I'm not sure about Little Big Planet 2 or 1's, if they're still listed on the PS3 servers. I could be wrong about that, but I am not entirely sure if they're still there. Don't quote me on that. I know the online access was taken away from us a little while back, and all this content, over 1,000, probably even 100,000 hours of playable things on Little Big Planet, all wiped, all gone. And maybe if you're lucky, you can get a private server through a jailbroken console to play them. But even then, the average person isn't going to go through the hassle of trying to jailbreak their console to play Little Big Planet. As much as I hate, saying that, no one's going to go through that hassle of trying to do that. And, you can't even go and save your, levels that you have published on your Earth. Those are gone. If they're not, stored on your moon, they're gone. You can no longer get that stuff back. I know everything I have uploaded on both of my PlayStation accounts over the years is no longer accessible. Even despite them being published onto a cloud, that cloud is no longer there. It is gone. Everything that I have, worked on, and other people in the same, spot as me, all their stuff is gone too. And, all that hard work at this point was for nothing. Maybe back then, it was for something, for other people to, explore these levels, have fun, just enjoy themselves, not realizing what the future would behold to them. And I hate that Sony doesn't give a shit about this game anymore. It doesn't bring them in revenue, and it's too much of a hassle to keep up with the servers, the now dead servers. And as I said earlier, Sony has so much money that they could give to an indie a development team to keep the servers protected with an anti-cheat, and to keep giving it bug support and whatnot. I'm not saying there has to be a new DLC or new content, but they could at least do shit to keep the servers running. And now you can't do that anymore, because once they delist it, this is the final nail in the coffin. This is putting the game to an end. This game is almost ceasing to exist at this point. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie and say I'm happy about this. It's sad seeing that a childhood game of mine and many others is gone. It's going to be gone. And don't even get me started on Sackboy's Big Adventure. As much as I want to say that's a Little Big Planet game, I do not consider it one. Being able to create your own shit, being able to, communicate with friends and all that, it's not there. It is not Little Big Planet, and as much as it wants to, it will never, ever be the Little Big Planet that we know and love. There will never be mornings for me again where I wake up and immediately get on my PS3 and boot Little Big Planet 2 up to play, survival games or, natural disaster games, all that type of stuff. That will never happen again. Number one, because we've all grown up older. We've gotten older and we have a life now. We have things to do. And that the servers no longer cease to exist. So that's something that's been stripped away from all of us. Not just me, but every one of us that have played this game. We no longer can go back to it. Yeah, we can boot the game up and play, the single player stuff. But the main thing of it, the main goal, I feel like, was the online. And hell, back then, you need to pay PlayStation Plus to play a game. And that's why I guess it was so easy to play a game like this, where it was your own playground. You could do whatever you decided you wanted to do. And now, even when you had to pay PlayStation Plus to play Little Big Planet 3, it was something still there. And now, there's nothing left. But before I do end this video off, thank you, Sony. Thank you for creating this game, and YouTube Media Molecule and Sumo Digital. You guys have made one of the most memorable games for me, a game that was a huge part of my childhood, and what also allowed me to meet some of the friends that I still even talk to today, and some of the friends I don't talk to today. If it wasn't for this game, I wouldn't know these people, or have the friendships I do now, or, have these memories that I still think about here and there. So thank you. Thank you so much, Sony, Media Molecule, and Sumo Digital. And so, we lay this game the rest. After 16 years of this franchise, I think it's finally over. We had our last ride. And I guess either tomorrow or midnight tonight, the game will be delisted from the stores along with its following DLCs. And before the video ends, I'd like to look back on some of these memories. So enjoy. There are a few things I'd like to say before I do end this video off. I've already said most of the things I wanted to say, but a few additional things. Number one being, I did not own any of the footage shown in the montage kind of thing. That belongs to the respectful owners, not me. Second of all, I know some of the footage, like the Silent Hill footage and whatnot, don't fit the topic of this video, but seeming as I have maybe a few hours until midnight hits and this game possibly gets delisted, this was a rushed video. It's not something that I had a lot of time and thinking to put into, so I do apologize for the poor quality of it if you were listening to this now. But I guess that's it. That's all I really want to say. And I was your host, the Dragoon Knight, and I hope to see you on the flip side.